Now we're going to take a look at using two hands at one time. This is a neat little technique. For example, let's say you're removing an energy pattern with one hand. Okay, you can be installing an energy pattern with the other hand, or you can use both of them to do a removal or whatever the case may be. Um, and sometimes the hands don't, they don't rotate in the proper direction. It doesn't matter, just let them. And it's like when I say proper direction, I mean like, you're familiar with this rotation equals uninstall, this rotation equals install. You might think, okay, I want both of them to uninstall, and they should be doing like this. That's not necessarily the case. They'll rotate in whatever direction that they feel necessary and do whatever they feel necessary, because this is a spiritual based technique. So you call in the coordinates and then you move out of the way, so to speak. In your mind, you let it do what it needs to do, whatever that may be, because you may not necessarily know what's wrong, even though you think you do. Be open to see what's really wrong and let the energy take care of it. So from here, if I want to do an uninstall with one hand, the hand starts to spin. Okay, now if I want, I can do a double uninstall, and I feel both of them moving, and that will create more energy. It like doubles the power. Okay, and in doing so, I can get through whatever it is much faster. The same thing happens when I do an install. Okay, I can do an install the same way, okay, with both hands or just one hand. But it's like doing a double dose of technique on whatever it is that you're working on. So you've got your basic yes no. Okay, you got your uninstall, you got your install. Now I'm going to show you a technique to raise the energies so that you can become more sensitive. And so I'll utilize the technique I have already, but you can use rod or pendulum or whatever. So you say, are there energies of any kind blocking my communication? Okay, I get a slight yes. So if there are, they're very, very small. All right, please remove them all. Okay, and then the hand starts to spin, and it'll continue to spin for however long it takes for the energies to to be removed, so that my Shen energy, spiritual energy, won't be blocked. Okay, and I can feel it slowing down. So there we go. So now, can I raise the spiritual energies to make my communication stronger? And it didn't even say yet, it went right into an install of some kind. And so I can hold the other hand up and say, can you please assist? Okay, and so you see they both stopped and started working. This is unusual. They typically don't spin the same direction, but okay, that's fine. And they'll continue to spin until such time as the energies have been installed. And now everything's starting to slow down. Okay, but raising the energies, amplification of the energies will help you, do better technique. You can raise good positive energies on people to really make them feel good. Perhaps somebody really can't, they have problems experiencing happiness. Take away all their negative stuff first and then open them up to really experience that emotion, and you'll just be amazed within a few minutes of doing your dowsing techniques. And doing the dowsing hands, or divine gesture as we call it, is a lot more impressive than being dependent upon a rod. Not that you need to be impressive, but it's a reminder of where the power is coming from. That the power is not in a tool. The power comes through me. And so I just call the coordinates, and I let the energy do what the energy needs to do. And so with your real-time finding objects, you can not only work on objects, but you can also find disease patterns and things like that in the body. For example, if somebody has a problem with their shoulder, okay, but you don't know exactly where the problem is, you can hold your hand up and stick your index finger out just slightly, okay, and tell the energy that you want to point to wherever the problem area is, and you'll start to feel it move back and forth, and then you'll feel it pull forward, and you just go with it until you pinpoint right on it. Like for example, I've been having a little bit of problem with this hand as far as gripping strength. So it's probably got a small blockage or something in there. And to be able to undo it, I'll just take the finger and I'll say, please show me where the problem area is. Okay, well it's actually apparently not in. Okay, so it's moving back and forth. Let's find out where it's going to go here. Okay, and that's interesting. Okay, it's pointing to the large intestine meridian. But I don't have to know that. Okay, so it's not just a problem with the hand. Apparently, it's a problem with the whole meridian on that side. And so I don't have to know that. But basically, instead of pointing to a pinpoint, which I expected it to, it was like, no, it's all through here. Okay, so all through here is just fine. You don't have to know that's the large intestine meridian. So I'll just say, can you remove these energies? Please remove these energies. And of course it already started spinning. So as it's doing this, I can feel that whole meridian actually opening up. So there must have been a blockage or a weakness of some kind, all through the meridian. And this will open the wrist and hand up for sure to more physical strength. And it's going to stop. So now that we've done an uninstall, are there energies that are needed or necessary? And so it goes ahead and starts to place those energies upon that area. Okay, well apparently it wasn't very many. And so good, that feels a lot better already. So you can do the same thing with your neck or your back. Okay, like I can't exactly find where the problem is in my back. So what you can do is you can either draw a picture, even if it's a bad picture. I'm a terrible artist, can't draw anything. So, but even if you drew a stick figure and you use your hand to find out where the problem area is, just take the picture and on the picture, just start, say, I want to know where the problem is. And it'll go right to the area of the spine or the shoulder or whatever where it is. Okay, you don't have to know what's going on there. Okay, just say, can you remove it? And it'll begin to remove it. So, using pictures, and it doesn't have to be a specific picture. Again, you can take, you maybe have an anatomy book. We use a special anatomy book that's got all the different types of physical anatomy and energetic anatomy all in one little compilation, and so it shows all these things all through it. So I can say, I can douse and say, what page? Okay, and I can. There's a couple ways you can do the page technique, and one thing is like you can say, is it in the back? Is it in the back half of the book? You get a no. Is it in the front half of the book? Yes. Okay. So now it's between the beginning and the middle of the book. And then you can cut that down in half again, and you can continue cutting it in half until you get right on the page number if you would like. Or you can open the book and let your finger turn the page until it gets to the one that you want to. So put me on the page, and so it'll continue to turn until it gets to that page, and then it'll show you exactly in the book the words that you're looking for or the picture of the anatomy that you're looking for. We have a huge book on Chinese medical Qigong, which does a great compilation of a lot of things. And so if there's a question that I might have or something, I can say, okay, where is this in the book? And I'll let the finger continue to go through, or I'll start by dowsing half the book this way or half the book that way and cut my area down and then let it turn the page and then point to where it's at. I demonstrated that recently to a lady and really just kind of blew her mind. Because even though we hadn't discussed what was wrong with her at all, when I opened the book of over 1,000 pages, and I pointed right there to it, I didn't even know what I was pointing at because I wasn't even looking in the book. And I said, this is what's wrong with you, and these are the symptoms. And bang, 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 just like that, she was like, oh, wow, that's unbelievable. That's totally me. Out of 1,000 pages, here's the very specific thing that she needed. So dowsing in a book for information or utilizing a picture to do dowsing on is very effective. And you can do, of course, this work long distance.